I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams still.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Kick it and go, kick it and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do, sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew, you need a win, who need a win, that's all we do, I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine, they running the route, I leave them outline when I hit
we'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go, off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show, kick it and go, I had to kick off and go, kick it and go, I had to kick off and go, we'll step on, spin, move, in zone, go, off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show, kick it and go, I had to kick off and go, kick it and go, I had to kick off.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
First carry for Leonard Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 52 yards. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level. One of the best players in the game.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Josh Lambo will attempt the field goal. He's a former Charger, remember, back in their San Diego days. This just a 24-yard attempt. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
He's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Miles Jack.
What's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This one complete to Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw here is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert back to the air. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Virgil Green is tight end, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Find Green. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23.
1st and 10 at the
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone.
First down and 10 yards to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. On the give, this is Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The pitch to Fournette. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Minshew. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, it's King. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you started the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Austin Eckler.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
At the 43-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Green brings it in. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22.
1st and 10 at the 30.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Minshew sets to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
3rd and long.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Reed. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards.
At the 29-yard
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. On the slant, complete to Green. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Herbert going to throw deep for the end zone. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle. Going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. They might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a second down and 6. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Stopped right at midfield. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Herbert. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The 330-pounder Al Woods brings the boom on the sack.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. From the gun, Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one sent away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That good for 22 and a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Herbert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Minshew with a give to Fournette. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
10 at the 37-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. In a heavy